Okay, welcome everybody. It's an early edition of me going live. It's been a while since we had a guest speaker in this group. That it's time that we get this moving again. And I want to tell you one more time, my voice seems like it's about to fail once more. So if you start seeing me like speaking like a chicken or something, it's because I am going out. But today we have Gero, from Vexels. This is a tool that actually he introduced to me back in probably November, December last year.
Yeah.
At the time, I wanted to introduce it to you, but quarter four got in the way and things like that. And we were so focused on making money that it didn't seem like the right time to introduce, something and get you all guys into mix and say, oh my God, I'm going to have to learn something else. So we put it kind of like in the back burner. And to here we are today. This is not really a tool, is it, Hero? I mean, actually, I'll introduce yourself so we can actually get to know you better, and we can go from
Hi
there.
guys. Hi guys. My name is Geronimo. From Montevideo, Uruguay, and I work at Vexels. I work with the marketing team at Vexels. Um, we are mainly design stock, meaning that we make we create graphics for people to use them for commercial uses, royalty free, like that is without giving attribution, and yeah, mainly our business is giving people designs with commercial licenses. That's the core of our business. And I got to Fernando and PODs back in about May last year, actually April last year, because we saw that there was an increasing demand of designs for T-shirts, right? To print on T-shirts, and a lot of people were asking us like, "Hey, can I use this design to sell T-shirts with? Can I use this design on my T-shirt business?" And we came up with like, we suddenly came to the realization that indeed it was a product that we were onto, and ultimately we created a whole merch plan. Specifically for people who are into merch designs, and not only it's the design but also the format, and that is the part that we consider ourselves to be a design service or a design tool. Okay. um, we we say tool because it's something that you use, like it's something that's useful actually, right? um, and uh, and it serves multiple purposes. It's not just the designs, but you can also, there are other features such as design requests, which allow you to get free design requests. Like if you can't design yourself, you can ask us any design, any kind of design that you want, and we'll make it for you free of cost. There's a limit to that, by the way. And we also have a t-shirt maker. Like we created an online t-shirt maker, which I'm going to be talking about it more in advance later on. And basically we opened up from being a stock where we just made graphics with commercial licenses you can use for multiple design purposes. We open it up a whole new stream of content and design service specifically for merchants, specifically for people who are into selling apparel, not only t-shirts but also like hoodies, pop sockets, and those kind of things.
I mean, the way I see your tool is kind of like a marriage between Free Pick and Design Pickle, right? I mean, in Free Pick, you go and you have all these design
Mm-hmm.
templates and stuff like that. And then Design Pickle, they design something for you and stuff like that. But here is more like all together in one platform. And and you even have some designs that we can actually download and we can do some modifications to them and make and convert them. So they're very high quality designs for what I would have gathered. So I mean, I used some of your designs in the Christmas seasons, and they were good quality designs. Um, but the thing is, they are not to own. So
Yes.
they belong to you. So it's pretty much like you're getting a license agreement with Vexels, right?
Yes, that is a big it's a big point that you raise. It's actually, as I mentioned before, we are a design stock, meaning that our designs, like there's one design of a skyline, for example, which can be downloaded by multiple users. Okay, this is something that when we started out with merch, some like a big number of the questions that we were getting to our support were about that, like, okay, but do I get exclusive designs? Do I get exclusivity on them? Like, do I get to do I am I going to be the only person to have them? And our answer was no, because yeah, you get the licenses to sell, to use that design to sell, but that design can be sold, but can be used by multiple people. What we uh, um, what we realize as well is that we don't only provide you with the design itself. It's not locked. It's not like just the design and that's it. But every graphic that you download, it includes an editable vector file, meaning that when you download a Vexels graphic, you get a zip file, a compressed folder, which includes a mesh-ready PNG, which it's already set to be used on to be uploaded on Merch by Amazon, for example. And on top of that, you do get the AI file, like the Illustrator file that you can use on to edit as you please. Uh, whether it's you that want to edit the design, or if you work with a team of designers, that gives you unlimited possibilities to create anything with the designs. But at the same time, most of the merchants are not design savvy, or don't have the time, or just want to have a quick fix of their designs. So that's where our service comes in handy, because uh, it's the designs that you can download, but also the designs that you can request. And if you get into the hang of it, if you talk with their customer support, if you just uh, talk about the possibilities and the niches that you want to be featured more, and the designs that you want to have, like in the sense of the design request feature that we have, we can create pretty much anything that people want. So while at first it might seem that being a stock is very limiting and it's like counterintuitive to what a merchant does, which is like having unique designs and you don't want to have copycats. Uh, it's also at the same time we are giving you the tools, we are giving you the possibilities of constantly be creating something new. Of like every month you get to have something new, and it's just not and it's not just the designs that we have, but also the ones that we are constantly and the ones that we source from our customers. I mean, we listen to the we have
We
7,
cannot listen to you.
and every time someone says, "Oh, I'd like to have a," you're missing out on like you don't have enough unicorns. All right, gotcha. So next month we're gonna have way more unicorns, like for example, right? Um, and yeah, there are other tools. The, there are two big features that directly address the issue of repeated designs, or people who don't want to share their license or their designs with others. And that is, first, the design request feature. We have for merchants, we have 2 design requests per month, free of charge. You see, when we thought about uh, this feature, we said, okay, but we can't start shifting towards being a design studio. We can't make one graphic per person, right? But we can however, create stuff that works for us as well as for the users. So what we did is we opened it up a section where people can visit, can go to their profile and send us a design request. Okay, the design request can be based on pretty much anything that they want. We've had from like all kinds of Trump related designs, like Trumpkin on Thanksgiving. We had cat Trump. We had unicorns riding on T-Rexes. We've had dogs, like there's a cocker spaniel from a customer of us who's constantly asking us to make designs of her dog in different situations, like doing yoga, dancing, and stuff like that. And it's surprising to see that that they have really good reception, and we always try to bring the quality of what we do for us, but also to the design requests. Also, our business plan, which is a bit higher than our merge plan, those the business plan gets about 7 design requests per month, free of charge. And again, we are a stock, meaning that there's a flat fee to access all of our graphics. That is, that you don't get only the merch graphics, but also the entire stock. This is very important, Fernando, because when you work with design and when you start creating t-shirt designs, there's a lot of elements that you see. Try to think about those vintage. Do you know that those vintage born in 1979, like whatever, but they have a lot of ornaments and ribbons and stuff like that. Those are like, we have a massive amount of those kind of resources to use on graphics.
Why don't
So
we go inside the tool and actually you can show, because it's kind of hard to explain,
yeah,
with words.
okay, great.
One thing, I don't use your designs for merch. I actually use
Yeah.
your designs on Shopify, and I've been thinking about using them on Etsy because of the same issue, right?
Mm.
The licensing deal and stuff like that, and because the quality of your designs are very good for those platforms.
Mm.
They are good quality to drive, traffic using ads and stuff like that and things like that. And at the same time, as you say, everything is editable. So like if I was to see, like Trump riding a unicorn, and I'm like, okay, I don't want Trump, but I really want the unicorn. I can remove Trump from the design, and I can put any other figure I want on top of the unicorn, and I can make my own design out of that design. And because I am protected by your license, nobody can come later and say, hey, I'm using the unicorn instead. No. That is the one from Vexels. I have the license. So I am protected. And that's something I like. Instead of going out with designers saying, copying things here and there, I'm like, no, I have these. I can actually use tell my designer, hey, this is the tools that you're going to use for me, and get them here because we will be protected under a license with these guys. And you provide, what do you provide for us, in terms of protection?
Yeah, there's when you go to the I don't know if you can see it in the shared screen.
Okay, there's screen. Here you
go. Okay, cool. This is a like our profile page. I don't know if actually you can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
And
Actually,
here,
I'm gonna remove ourselves so it'll be a bigger screen so we can see better.
Cool. And then if you drop down to licenses, you get, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of graphics that you download, okay, that they are stored in your profile. And then there's the PDF certificate, okay? So every time you download something, this is gonna show up on your profile, okay? And you click on the certificate, you get a certificate, okay, which is paid. It says which are the permitted uses, what does this license grant you, the price, the cost, the purchase cost, everything that you need to know, and the prohibited uses as well. And then you can print it out, you can download it. So yeah, this is the legal what would say it's the legal
That's the most
part
important
of
thing
it,
for
right?
everyone who wants to do this business, right? They want to know that they're protected. There's so many
Exactly.
copycats out there. There's so many, people infringing that you want to make sure
Mm.
that whenever you are doing something with a company, that they can provide you some backup and they have an established business. I know this company's. It wasn't created yesterday. You and I have been in conversations for almost 6, 7 months.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
know you guys are way older than that. So it's something that that when I bring any type of design services to my group and my audience, I want to make sure that it's something that they can know that they are legally protected.
oh,
And,
absolutely.
and this is something that I know it's a fact. This is a well-written document, uh,
Yeah,
so people can use that. So let's go inside the software then.
yeah, sure. Let's go to the homepage so you can see. Uh, you have a you can take a look about the kind of graphics that we do. For example, you see that there's some graphics which are more like elements and icons, and you have stuff that you can use individually for t-shirts. All right. I know if you can see here, you see there's a 7 chakras icon set, for
Hmm.
example.
Yes,
All right. So those are instantly 5 t-shirts you can make with this, right?
actually 7.
You may, seven. Sorry. Seven, seven, seven. Because you see, you can download this, and then you get the AI file, and from here you can just get each of the chakras out and build a t-shirt with it. And as you can see, there are a lot of related kind of graphics that you can use. The sets are well, those are just like a fountain of content for us, right? Um,
I
then there's
saw
a
a lot of
lot of
as well there, right?
what?
You have a lot of backgrounds as well.
As yeah, we have a lot of those too. And there's also well, you mentioned that you work with Etsy and other platforms use patterns as well.
Yeah, patterns are great for KDP or for full sublimation products, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are out there doing no content books, and they're using like patterns to make children books or albums, those kind of things. You see, there's a lot of patterns, a lot of backgrounds, and it's very versatile. I mean, it's not only the quality, but it's also the like the different kinds of designs that we have here. For example, there's something a bit more flat over here. There's something more mandala-esque, artsy over here. As you can see, this unicorn mandala, which is something that this is one of those graphics that we are we're having the most in demand, right? Like the mandala graphics are really hot this year, and yeah, just
Those
like
are great people are using them a lot for doing those no content books that they are
yeah,
using for coloring books, right? And those
exactly,
mandalas are working perfect for those ones. And
yeah.
this is one way for you guys to get some content for those books as well. You will have a license agreement, in place.
Yeah, yeah. That's and like I mentioned before, we've been doing the license thing like way back. Ever since we weren't even considering doing merch, and we were already working with licenses for commercial use, right?
Hmm.
Meaning that if you wanted to use this for a website or if you wanted to use it for a video, then you just purchase the graphic, the individual license, or you just get a plan and start using and get a full access to the whole library. Yeah. And the other tool that I was mentioning earlier was the t-shirt maker. And I really wanted to get into this because if I type it badly, it's not gonna be out. So back in November, back when we contacted you, I actually mentioned that we were we had some stuff going on. It was a good time for us to be out and to tell the world who Vexels was, and we got really deep into working on the t-shirt maker, because like we discussed before, a lot of merchants have an issue with sharing designs, basically, right? And so we said, okay, so we have the power, we have a powerful development team behind us, uh, and we just said, okay, let's just create our own t-shirt maker. We saw that a lot of other softwares like Merge Informer had one. There are another, like Custom Ink does it as well, but it's all, we just didn't feel it was right. So we had the resources, like we have the development resources to create it, and we also had the designs. So why don't we make just a a t-shirt maker of our own? So here, for example, you can change the uh, the backgrounds. You can download after this. You can download this image afterwards. But as you can see, you can like pick designs. You can select the area of printing. Okay, you can edit it, make it bigger, smaller, add something up, you know, and then yeah, and then you just download it, if you will, you know. Just okay, this little guy right here. You can add more stuff. I'm not really not gonna get too creative on this one, but 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 just to give you an idea, right? You hit on download, and you get it.
Mhm.
Well, I should actually. There's some. There's a little bit of work to be done, because there's like being on the inside. I there are stuff that I know we can improve on, and that it has to work better. But yeah, all in all, I'd say that this is a really good way to get uh to get
So
ahead,
so you
right?
so you get the PNG and then you get the mockup as well.
Yeah. See, this is the PNG.
Oh, that's pretty.
I mean, yeah, you can see the background because yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
so you get the file to create the product in any platform you decide to use, and on top of
Yeah,
that, you get the mockup for promotional
and then
purpose.
you get the mock-up if you want.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So you see, we are actively working on making the merch product better. We are we Our intention with this is to make something that people are going to actually use. You see, you mentioned FreePick before, and FreePick doesn't do this. I mean, FreePick, you have to do massive editing to massive. Talking from the merger side, right? You have to do some workarounds to get a design up, and with Design Pickle, we don't have the hefty prices that they have, you know. Even though you can get I don't know, I think you can get like unlimited designs, right, or something
Yeah,
like
well,
that. I don't know.
the
Yeah,
unlimited is only like
yeah,
like it's a big fat lie, right?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can get like it's only like 5 times out of the week, and you can get like 2 requests done every single day, and then you can ask for many
Oh,
variations. So you can get up from anywhere from 20 to 80 designs, but there will be variations of the variation of the variation, right?
yeah,
So you ask like complicated, unique stuff. Yeah, they will say, okay,
yeah,
that takes 2 days, and so you will end up getting like 8 or 20. So it's that unlimited deal. It's like
yeah.
not really, not really.
And let's use that and think about that with Vexels. the cost of the merch account per month is $30, $30 per month. Actually, 29. Okay, but let's say 30. Okay, and you get 200 downloads per month. You get 30 downloads per day. You get to download anything that you want from the stock, not just the t-shirt designs. Okay, and you get access to the merch, the t-shirt maker, and then you get free design requests per month. Okay, so, and on top of that, there's something that I didn't mention before, but we actually have our own merch digest. It's a monthly strategy guide for merchers. So merchants and business users get every month, between roughly the first 10 days of the month, they get a PDF. Okay, they will get a PDF with actionable content. We have design spotlight, we have seasonal spotlight, and really trying to give our users some strategy, some idea of how to use the graphics that they download with us, right? So we don't just make designs. We are actively working for merchants, right? And I must say that we are well aware that Vexels may not be for everyone. I mean, maybe that merchant who is doing like 10K tier, maybe he doesn't need it because he whatever, right? And I don't know. I mean, being a merchant myself, because I've been doing merch for like less than a year now, I think, a bit more, I think. I don't remember well. Yeah, I don't remember the exact date.
I don't
Um,
care much about merch, so I believe you.
yeah, but being on merch, what I know is that there are a lot of different profiles of people doing merch. There's the guy who's doing it full time. There's the guy who's doing it as a side hustle. There's the guy who's doing it with her husband, with her, I don't know. There's a mother doing it with her husband on weekends. There's a lot of different stories behind merch, and we understand that it might not be for everyone, but we certainly know that it is a great tool for some merchers. you know and yeah, we try to make it as complete as possible, but we understand that if some client is not happy with it, we can understand it. uh, but yeah, as you can see, we we go to great lengths to bring something of value, like, because we could just stand there, just keep on uh, making t-shirt designs and that's it. But we understand that merchants do have needs, and yeah, it's all the better for them and for us as well, right?
Yeah. Now, how do you handle the example like the ones that you show here? That is Sony PlayStation. So I mean, there is something here that that is you know you don't have the rights for this one. So how do you go
Yeah.
around
Well, the ones you when you go to Vexels, you will find definitely a lot of logos and a lot of images, which are not the majority though, but a lot of images and graphics which we have copyright or trademarks. Okay, those, like for example, something FIFA logo. Let's see, Russia. Yeah, let's go with this one, right?
that? Yeah.
Let's say FIFA. You see here, it says editorial use only. Okay. And there's a sign here which says that this graphic features trademarks, logos, and or celebrities. It can only be used for editorial purposes unless you are an authorized reseller. Learn more about it on our terms and conditions. So basically, if like you can use this, for example, I don't know, if you have an essay, a school essay that you want to write about Russia 2018, um, maybe an article for a newspaper about the FIFA World Cup. And those kind of uses are permitted. You cannot obviously use it for T-shirts because you're gonna have a problem. And this applies to pretty much any other graphic that doesn't comply with trademarks and copyright rulings, right? And when we started working with merch by Amazon, we started working with merch. We heavily based on merch by Amazon. So most of our content that we do for T-shirts follows the guidelines that they have on their content policy. You
Okay.
know, like we actually used to not have profanities because there was a time where you couldn't like use swear words. Uh, but when they released the update, I think it was sometime in Q4 last year.
Hmm.
Um, we started using adding up words like you know, we started using profanities and curse words. A lot of those were ones that came through the design requests. A lot of the merchants who were holding on to those kind of T-shirts just started raining design requests on with profanities. Yeah. It's a lot of fun content out there.
Yeah, I haven't uploaded anything for profanity. I mean, I honestly haven't done much with merch lately, so I don't. I'm not really following it. I used to love it, but not much anymore. So you said pop sockets. Is there? Do you have like templates ready for that, or we just have to download the AIs and then convert them to the sizing?
Right now, we haven't done it like pop sockets in a while. There's a lot of pop sockets which are in the works because we have it in production. There's a whole team of we have. By the way, we where do we source our graphics from? Free Peak, you mentioned it before. They source graphics from a lot of different designers. It's like third party,
Yeah,
like
I can be a designer in free pick if I wanted. I'm not a
yeah,
designer, but yeah.
exactly. We have our own team of designers here. Okay, we are far from the designers' offices, but we have an in-house team of about 20 people strong. Yeah, about 20 people now, and it's gonna keep on growing. And from those 20 guys, we have a team entirely dedicated to design requests and merch designs. So they are working on a lot of new pop sockets, especially coming with the when the with Independence Day coming, right? There's a lot
Yeah.
of patriotic ribbons and shields and medals that they're gonna be really hot with pop sockets.
I hadn't thought about that to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like I say merch. I talk about merch, and it's a lot about merch. But you can use these graphics and designs for pretty much any business that you have. I mean, we are not oblivious to the fact that there's Etsy, there's Redbubble, which has a lot of other kinds of products, like I don't know, like iPad sheets, those kind of stuff, right? Um, so yeah, while I do say that it's a lot of merch. Um, uh, I am well aware that a lot of our graphics are being used for tons of other purposes.
Yeah. You had a tendency to say merch, but yeah, the print on demand is pretty much print on demand. It's a lot of different platforms that we can use, and yeah, for example, those pop socket circles. Lately, there has been a trend. I haven't found a supplier that does it yet, but there's been a trend of printing at the bottom of the coffee mugs, and
Mm.
they're rounded and they look amazing. I've been seeing it for sale on quite a couple of platforms, but I haven't found my supplier yet. I really want to get into that market, and those circles actually work perfect because they fit exactly. They're rounded. So that's what I was kind of asking, like for my personal
Yeah.
purpose. So oh, that's pretty cool. Teething baby wear. I saw a lot of I see a lot of baby onesies. So for me, it's uh, anything having to do with baby. It's very attractive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I
See?
know there's people that do, like those mancalas. They're very hot right now, and for sure, all these animals, anything having to
Oh
do.
yeah.
I mean, they're crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
there's some, that to this day I still don't understand why people are so obsessed with llamas.
Yo, me neither. I
I,
mean,
one of
we
those
get a lot of those. We get a lot of llamas around here.
Yeah, I mean, they're interesting animals. I know them. I mean, you are from a country where they are probably everywhere, but I know them for for forever, and I'm like, when did these things just became popular out of the blue and everybody wants one, right? But they're like
Yeah.
stinky freaking animals. Um, but people love them. Um, hide and seek champion.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, you see, there's a lot of designs that we have that you might find similar on Merch or any other POD platform. But it's because they're just so popular. Like the styles are so popular, uh, and it's not from like of Bigfoot. We have a couple. There's been a mild a mild yet intense and short-lived uh, uh, like a surge of Bigfoot requests. Like Bigfoot this, Bigfoot that, the hide and seek thing, the mythical creature, and with a unicorn, and with the those kind of things are always working, and we try to make the most out of it. When people ask like cats, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with cats. There's you see pug unicorn. You have the krakens. You have there was one that I just saw here. Well, the mandala style graphics. These are among our best sellers. The elephant and the lion and the owl. Those are like some of our best sellers, and that gives you the notice that it's the sometimes people don't care about the design being used by others, but they care about the design being of good quality. And now that I'm mentioning what people like, uh, what people like in contrast of what they want to avoid, which is having the designs being used by other people, right? Yeah, you must be well aware that oftentimes products are not successful, but not because of the design, but actually because of the listing, of the product listing, of not doing your keywords right, of not having a compelling title, of not having the right words or the right approach to really sell a design out, right? So that's a word of advice for every merger out there, uh, that even though, like, don't think that your t-shirt doesn't sell just because it's like because of the design, right? Like, you really should start looking at how are you selling it, how what's the approach you're having with your keywords, with your listings, with your title. The title is pretty much everything in the design. I don't know if you used Merch Informer in the past, but interestingly enough, you find that some of the top sellers are actually really shitty designs.
They are.
you know, like how in the world does this design have like, I don't know, uh 700 BSR if it's just like a stick figure and a funny line? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? But at the same time, you see that it's nailing down every keyword. Like, the title is perfect, and those kind of things are what users have to be really aware of when they use a design. um, but yeah, our designs are not just really working on Merchant by Amazon. They are really good for more graphic platforms like Redbubble. Redbubble uses a lot of
Yeah,
graphic
these are
tees.
definitely perfect for Redbubble.
Yeah, yeah. This is. I mean, I have Redbubble. I have a Redbubble account as well, and I use some of my designs of Vexels designs on Redbubble, and I gotta say, I mean, I'm doing okay. I mean, I should be really stepping onto it, but I found that Redbubble has an audience which is perfect, just perfect for these kind of designs.
Do you upload them as they come, or you make some changes so that you make them a little bit unique?
Most of the designs I just use them as they are, but in some cases I have been editing them. Like, I don't know, when it's something about mostly um, those designs which are scalable. Like the ones you can change a date or you can change a word. Like the best mom ever, best uncle ever, best dad ever, or original parts born in 1979, 1988. I don't know, those kind of
Yeah.
things. The designs that you can change, those are the ones that I edit the most. And we have some editable designs here. Maybe you can let's or vintage red vintage retro shirt. Let me see if this one I can show you here. This kind of this kind of designs. Classic 1968. And yeah, like, I don't know if you can see there. There's just a lot of
Okay.
okay, a lot of these kind of designs that you can. Sorry, I was moving some here. Um, Let me see here. Yeah, basically those designs which are editable work great, and it's another way that we have to give users what they want: unique designs, like designs that they can edit as they please. They can change the day, they can change the text, they can change the colors, they can change the shape. Especially these kind of really ornament heavy designs.
Yep.
You can add stars, you can add a circle, you can add ribbons, you can add whatever you want. you know and even if you don't know how to do it yourself, I mean, most of the time we can, like, okay, you want to like edit this graphic, for example, the vintage 1948, you want to change it to 1958, we can do it. And maybe it's going to count as a design request because we have to go out of our ways to edit it, but it's totally doable. And even in these cases, we do give you we guide you to the font that you must use. We try to use free fonts. In most of the cases, we try to use free, but um, but really attractive fonts. Fonts which are easy to use, easy to edit, easy to get. Yeah, another not so I'd say another not so easy, or yeah, it's not an easy thing to see. But if you are part of Vexels, and if you see the kind of graphics that we do, you are gonna see some trends. You will be having like a front row seat to the latest trends in graphic design, but especially on merch, right? Because maybe you see here like our trending graphics. There's already 4th of July popping up. There are llamas. There's unicorn mandalas. There are stuff doing dabbing dance. There's stuff dancing. There are animals just doing things. Pineapple pizza, baby shirt designs. You know, so just by taking a look at this, just by taking a look at the stock and the designs that we have, you already have ideas to get your merch juice flowing, so to speak, right? Just by looking at these 10 graphics, you already have an idea of what's on the market. Even from one design, like for example, the avocado, right? You can use it for exercise, for keto diet, for low carb diet, for avocado lovers, for veggies, for people who love vegetables. Uh, there you have 5 niches you can tap into it, and then you can cross it. So these are the kind of things that maybe people are not aware of right at the bat. But yeah, I mean, this is to me, it's an added value that this has.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody has any questions before we go? I know people have been coming in, people coming out. Um,
Oh, can you change the screen? So yeah.
yeah.
All right,
We're
cool.
almost going to for an hour.
Oh,
My voice is starting to go away. Um, it's been very informative. Thank you so much, Gero. Gero. You know,
my pleasure.
yeah. I mean, the link is there, and if anybody wants to use it, or anybody wants to get more information, they can contact you, or how do they do it?
Yeah, you can just go to vexels.com and you can write us at info@vexels.com. We do have a contact form at the bottom. You can contact us at any time. There is a live chat that you can, if you go to the website, you're gonna get the live chat right away. Um, just in general, our merch account, merch subscription is, you have a monthly recurring of like a monthly of $30 per month, as I mentioned before. There's an annual plan that is about 25% off. So the light is already heavy here. There's our annual plans have all of them have a 25% off. um, and then yeah, there's a bunch of information on the page. There's a bunch of information in the plans page, and you can always contact us, ask us whatever you want.
I was seeing that you have also something that is called Pro. What is that?
The pro account is mostly for it excludes the merch graphics. I mean, the only pro products are basically the entire library except the merch designs. So if you have a pro account, which is the one that is the lowest one, which is 9.99 per month, you will get commercial licenses on any graphic that you download, but you won't be able to download the merch graphics.
Which is the designs?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
There's like still you're gonna be having a bunch of designs ready to be used for commercial purposes.
okay. So it's pretty much, a watered down version of the and what is the business? I see that is $89 a month. What is that?
Yeah, business is currently, to be honest, is currently a plan that we are working on. We're reworking it, because it's like it's the heavier merch version. It allows you to have way more design requests. It gives you more downloads per month. Like everything is bigger, you know. But at the same time, we are working on. Okay, we don't want to have just a bigger merch plan. We want to have a better plan. So we are working on revamping it, see if we can make something even better, both for the merch clients, but like for other kind of customers as well.
Okay. So yeah, I mean it is $29 a month, or you pay for the whole year is $21 a month. So it's $261 for the whole year,
Yeah,
which is not a bad deal, considering that you already have a bunch of pre-ready files, and you got the licenses to support your downloads, which to me it's a big deal. Not a lot of you cannot really get that from your designers in Philippines and Vietnam, stuff like that, or Pakistan,
yeah,
wherever they are. What you get is, you know, trust me, I own the phones, and I own the graphics, right? I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna trust you. Which is one of the problems that I was always, paranoid about having my BAs work on doing something like this, was because whenever I got something, I never really do know, if somebody's gonna come back me in the back, and say, "Hey, that was mine," or that font you don't own. Give me the license for that font. So it's always something that I was always. So that's what I always use is using Make Merge, and I started using Vexel because it balances me out in things that I cannot do. They kind of like balance out because a lot of these graphics I can move and as you said, you have a studio, but there's no real ways to do a lot of the texting and stuff like that, which I can do very well and Make Merge. So they complete each other, and I don't need more than just the files.
yeah.
So really want to thank you for your time, and hopefully a lot of our users get on it. Anybody who is on my Etsy POD Secrets course as a member is going to be getting when tomorrow.
I'll try to the package. I'm
Package.
gonna try to have it. Yeah, it's a bundle.
It's a
Yeah,
bundle.
we're gonna get you a bundle. It's currently in the works. I'm gonna keep you updated. I hope to have it by this week.
Okay.
Or by the end of
Anytime
this.
this week, you guys are going to be getting a bundle from Vexels. I mean, you already saw the bundles, you saw the quality. So anybody who is part of the CPOD Secrets is going to be getting that bundle. It's going to be added into your members area,
Yes.
so that you can have a feeling on how this program works. That is going to be a no cost for you guys. So thank you, for being members of that great community. And I want to thank you so much, and everybody, thank you for watching. I know a lot of people are going to be watching this on the replay. I mean, it's been a good number of people watching so far. So, any questions, guys, reach out to me or reach out to Hero, and we will gladly answer them. It's been very nice, conversation. I mean, the quality is there, the protection is there, the pricing is really affordable.
Hmm.
There is no real excuse. A lot of people say, "Man, I want to start doing Redbubble. I want to start doing other stuff." And my crappy designs that I use for merch, they don't really sell on Redbubble. The answer is yes, they don't. Get Redbubble is more artistic. Artistic is here at your grab or your fingertips. I mean, you just fix them a little bit, and you have some uniqueness. In case you don't want to be one of those that want to be using everything the same. I mean, honestly, it's not that very difficult. Hello, Steven. But I want to thank everybody who watched, and if you have any last words, and then we can go home.
Not really. I mean, I think we cover everything. I think Vexels is a great tool for some merchants, maybe not all of them. There's a spirit of constant evolution here. So, and we are very open to suggestions, to feedback. So anything that you want to ask, anything that you want to suggest is more than welcome. So
Okay.
thank you, Fernando. Hope to see you again soon.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and have a good day.
Bye.